Sunteziata? Bine ați venit!
Marty was dead, to begin with. There is no doubt whatever about that. The register of his burial was signed by the clergyman, the clerk, the undertaker, and the chief mourner. Scrooge signed it, and Scrooge's word was good. Old Marley was as dead as a doornail. Scrooge and he were partners for I don't know how many years. Scrooge had been his sole executor, his sole administrator, his sole friend, and his sole mourner.
Scrooge never painted out old Marley's name, however. There it yet stood, years afterwards, above the warehouse door. Scrooge and Marley. Sometimes people new to the business called Scrooge Scrooge, and sometimes Marley. He answered to both names. It was all the same to him.
One day, upon all the good days in the year, upon Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sat busy in his counting house. It was cold, bleak, biting, foggy weather, and the clocks had just gone 3, but it was quite dark already.
Scrooge's desk was quite close to his clerk's desk, so that he might keep a close eye on him. The clerk, Bob Cratchit, was busy copying letters. Scrooge kept the office only minimally warm as he had no desire to spend money on coal. So, Bob Cratchit put on his black scarf and tried to warm himself, in which effort, not being a man of a strong imagination, he failed.
Merry Christmas to you, sir. Merry Christmas. And a Merry Christmas to you, Uncle. God bless you.
Humbug!
Christmas? A humbug? Uncle, you don't mean that, I'm sure.
I do. Out upon Merry Christmas. What's Christmas to you than a time for paying bills without money? A time for finding yourself a year older and not an hour richer? A time for balancing your books? If I had my will, every idiot who goes around with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart. He should.
Uncle.
Nephew, keep Christmas in your way and I'll keep it in mine.
Keep it. But you do not keep it.
Let me leave it alone then. Much good may it do you. Much good it has ever done you.
Now, you see, Uncle, there are many things from which I may have derived good, from which I may have not profited, and I dare say Christmas among the rest. Yet I find Christmas time as a happy, a kind, a pleasurable time, the only time in the long calendar of the year when men and women seem by one consent to open their shut-up hearts freely and look at one another as fellow passengers to the grave, and not other creatures bound on other journeys. And though it has never brought me a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I think that it has done me good and will do me good. And for that I say, God bless it.
Let me hear another sound from you, and you'll keep your Christmas by losing your situation.
Sorry, sir.
You're quite a powerful speaker, sir. I wonder you don't go into Parliament.
Uncle, come, don't be angry. Come and dine with us tomorrow.
I'll see you in hell first.
Why?
Why did you get married against my wishes?
Because I fell in love.
Because you fell in love.
Nay,
Good
Uncle.
afternoon.
Nay, Uncle, you never even came to see me before I got married, so why not give it as a reason for not coming now?
Good afternoon.
I ask nothing of you. I want nothing from you, so why cannot we be friends?
Good afternoon. Humbug.
I'm sorry to find you so resolute. Yet I have made a trial in homage to Christmas, and I'll keep my Christmas humor to the last. So, a Merry Christmas to you, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year.
Good afternoon.
Hello, sir. No. Scrooge and Marlis, I believe.
quite a pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley.
Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. He died 7 years ago, this very night.
We have no doubt his generosity is well represented by his surviving father.
At this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, it is more than usually desirable that we should make some slight provision for the poor and destitute, who suffer greatly at the present time. Thousands I want of common necessary. Hundreds of thousands I want of common comfort, sir.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prison.
And the union workhouses, are they still in operation?
They are, still. I wish I could say they were not. A few of us are really worried at this time to raise a fund to buy the poor some meat and drink, because it is a time of all others when want is keenly felt. So, what should I put you down for?
Nothing.
You wish to be anonymous?
I wish to be left alone, since you asked me what I want, gentlemen, and this is my answer. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. I help to support the prisons and the workhouses. They cost enough, and those who are badly off must go there.
Many can go there, and many would rather die.
If they would rather die, they had better do it and decrease the surplus population. Besides this, excuse me, it's not my problem.
But you might know it.
It's not my business. It's enough for a man's business to understand his own business and not to interfere with other people's. Mine occupies me constantly. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Seeing clearly that it would be pointless to pursue that point, the gentleman withdrew. Scrooge resumed his work with an improved opinion of himself.
Meanwhile, the fog and darkness thickened. The cold became intense. The brightness of the shops, where holly sprigs and berries crackled in the lamps of the windows, made pale faces ruddy as they passed.
Mr. Cratchit, bring me your account books. I would like to check them.
Yes, sir.
Do you have something to say, man? Out with it.
Well, sir, it is closing time, and I would like your permission to leave.
Well, Mr. Cratchit, so it is. Another day gone. I suppose you want an all day tomorrow.
Well, it's quite convenient, sir.
It is not convenient, and it's not fair. If I was to stop half a crown for it, you'd consider yourself mightily ill-used, I'll be bound.
Yes, sir.
And yet you don't think me ill-used when I pay you a day's wages for no work.
It's only once a year, sir.
A poor excuse for picking the man's pocket every 25th of December. But I suppose you must have an all day tomorrow. Be here all the earlier next morning.
Of course, sir. Surely I will. Good night, Mr. Scrooge.
I'm back.
And have a Merry Christmas.
Scrooge walked out of the grove. The office was closed in a twinkling, and the clerk, with the long ends of his black comforter dangling below his waist, went down the slide at the end of a lane of boys 20 times in honor of its being Christmas Eve, and then ran home, as hard as he could tell, to play at Grimer's Park.
Scrooge took his melancholy dinner in his usual melancholy tavern, and having read all the newspapers and beguiled the rest of the evening with his banker's book, went home. He lived in chambers which had once belonged to his deceased partner. There was nothing at all particular about the knocker on the door. And yet, having his key in the lock, Scrooge saw in the knocker, not a knocker, but Marley's face. As he stared at the apparition, it became a knocker again.
Hooah! How now? What do you want with me?
Much.
Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Who are you then?
In life I was a partner, Jacob Marvin.
Can you sit down?
I can't.
Do it then.
You don't believe in me.
I don't.
What evidence of your reality do you need beyond of your senses?
I don't know.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Because a little thing affects them. A slight disorder of the stomach makes them cheats. You may be an undigested bit of beef, a blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese, an underdone fragment of a potato. There's more of gravy than of grape about you, whatever you are. Do you see this finger?
Yes,
You're not looking at it.
but I see it notwithstanding.
I have the butt to swallow this and be for the rest of my days persecuted by a legion of goblins, all of my own creation. I'm gonna tell you. Mercy, dreadful apparition, why do you trouble me?
Men of the worldly mind, do you believe in me or not?
I do. I must. But why do spirits walk on earth? And why do they come to me?
It is required of every man that the spirit within him should walk about his fellow men, and travel far and wide. And if it goes not forth in life, it is condemned to do so after death, is doomed to walk toward and wander, and witness the things he cannot share, but could have shared in life, and turn to happiness.
You are chained. Tell me why.
I work at the chain I forged in life. By my own free will I make it link by link, yard by yard. Would you know the weight and length of your own chain you bear yourself? It was full as heavy and as long as this 7 Christmas Eves ago. You have labored it on since. You've got a ponderous chain.
Jacob, you're an old friend of mine. Tell me more. Speak comfort with you, Jacob.
I have none to give. It comes from other regions, Ebenezer Scrooge. Nor can I tell you all that I want to. A little more is permitted to me. I cannot rest, I cannot stay, I cannot linger anywhere. My spirit never goes beyond our counting house, never marks our money-changing hall. And where the journeys lie before me. Oh, blind man, not to know that any Christian spirit working hardly in its own sphere of influence will find its morsel life to give, to do all the good it could. Nor can I, it could. no kind of romance could ever offer. No kind of regret can make amends for the opportunities you waste. Yet I was like you. Once I was like you.
But you were always a good man of business, Jacob.
Business! Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. For mercy, benevolence, forbearance were all my business. The common trade was just a drop of water in the comprehensive ocean of my business. I'm here tonight to warn you that you have still a chance of escaping my fate. A chance and hope of my procuring, Ebenezer. You'll be haunted by three spirits.
Is that a chance and hope you mentioned, Jacob?
Yes.
I think I'd rather not.
Without their visits, you cannot expect to shun the path I tread. Expect the first one when the bell tells one. Expect the second one at the same hour. And expect the third one when the last stroke of bell starts its chase to vibrate. And look to see me no more. And do that for your own sake. And remember what has passed between us.
Come. Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, your past. The things that you see with me are shadows of the things that have been. They will have no consciousness of us.
What business brings you here?
Your welfare. Rise and walk with me.
But I'm immortal. I'm liable to fall.
Bear but the touch of my hand there, and you shall be upheld in more than this. To a place in London that I hope you remember. Do you know this place?
Know it? I was apprentice here. It's old Fezzik. Bless his heart. It's Fezzik alive again.
Wow, what a long day. Yo ho there, Ebenezer, Dick.
Dick Wilkins, to be sure. My old fellow apprentice. Bless his heart. Here he is. There he is. He and I were good friends.
Okay, Ebenezer and Dick, it's Christmas. No more work today. We've got to clear away the warehouse and make room for the dance party. So hi. Yeah, look, the guests are coming in already. Put it to the side there, maybe we can put some drinks on it so people can refresh themselves in the middle of the dance. Okay, everybody here?
Yes.
Almost everybody is here.
We need some few dances, sir.
My beloved, come. Here we go. I feel a day's coming on, so grab yourself a partner. Grab yourself a partner.
I think Kristen is short one, probably.
We are short. I think I see her right there. There she comes. How dare you be late to my Christmas party? Okay, are we ready? Orchestra, are we ready? Okay, let's see here. Into the middle and back. Bow to your partner. Do-si-do your partner. Okay, promenade your partner. When you get home, stop. Gentlemen in the middle with the right hand stop. Ladies in the middle with the left hand stop. Now, bring right and left. Keep it going, keep it going. When you meet your partner, say hi and pass right on by. Pass right on by. Now, when you meet your partner again, promenade her home. Head doubles, back up 90 degrees. Into the middle and back. Over and under. Bow to your partner and wave goodbye. Woo! We need to fill our glasses. We need some glasses to fill.
And some drinks to fill the glasses.
Yeah, everybody grab a glass and glass. We have an orchestra that we need to toast. Three cheers for our orchestra. Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray!
Pretty girl, it's Christmas. Let's have a toast for your faithful workers.
Oh, my dear, as always, so right. It has been a long year and a full year, and every one of you has been loyal and helpful to our success. So Mrs. Fezziwig and I, from the bottom of our hearts, wish you a very blessed and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
What dance shall we do now, Mrs. Fezziwig, my darling?
Now, let's have Sir Roger the Coward.
Sir Roger the Cowardly, all right. Are we ready, orchestra? Do we have a chair for this old man to sit down and catch his breath? Oh. Oh. God, what's all this in? Let me guess, 11 o'clock? Oh my gosh, my dear, the evening has flown by.
My dear young people, I must take my husband home, put him into bed, before he turns into a pumpkin.
Oh, my dear, again, so right and so appropriate. I'm sorry to call it an end, but all good things must come to an end. So please, join me at the door, darling. We can say goodbye to all of our guests and wish them a Merry Christmas. Good night, thank you for coming.
Oh, what's there? Have a wonderful time together.
Oh, tomatoes, tomatoes, citrus also. £pounds of your also money. 3 or 4 perhaps. Is that so much that he deserves your praise?
It isn't the money, Spirit. It isn't that. It has the power to make our service happy or unhappy, a pleasure or a toil, light or burdensome. The happiness he gives is quite as great as if it cost a fortune.
What is the matter?
Nothing particular.
Something, I think.
No. I should like to be able to say a word or two to myself. That's all.
My time grows short, quick.
I'm sorry. I was so busy.
It matters little. To you, very little. Another idol has displaced me. If I can do fortunes unto come as I would have tried to. I have noticed most of them.
What idol has displaced you?
A golden one. Fear the world too much, Ebenezer. I've seen your nobler aspirations fall off one by one, to the master passion gate roses you. Have I not?
In what then? Even if I have grown so much wiser, in what then? I'm not changed towards you. Have I ever sought release from our engagement?
In words, no, never.
In what then?
In a changed nature, an outer spirit, another atmosphere of life. If you are free today to go married to someone else, can even I leave you and choose a girl without it? Or if you choose such a girl, then you not regret your choice. I release you, Ebenezer, with a full heart, for love for men who once were.
Spirit, remove me from this place.
I told you, these were shadows of the things that have been, that they are what they are. Do not blame me.
Remove me. Remove me. I cannot bear it. Leave me. Take me back. Haunt me no longer.
I am the ghost of Greenland's present. Look up on me. You have never seen the like of me before.
Never.
Never walked forth the younger members of my family, meaning for a very young, violent brothers and sisters born in these late years.
No, I think I have not. I'm afraid I have not. Have you had many brothers, Spirit?
More than 1800.
What a tremendous family to provide for. Spirit, conduct me where you will. I went forth last night on compulsion, and I learned a lesson which is working on me now. So if you have something to say to me, let me profit by it.
Touch my road.
And perhaps it was the pleasure the good spirit had in showing off this power of hers, or maybe it was her own kind, generous, hearty nature that brought her to the house of Scrooge's clerk, Bob Cratchit, taking Scrooge with her, holding on her robe.
Thank you, Mother. You're welcome. But what has ever got your precious father then? And your brother, Tiny Tim? Oh, and Martha was in the state last Christmas Day by half an hour.
Here's Martha, Mother.
Martha, hard and light, my dear. How late you are.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Martha.
We had a good deal of work last night and had to clear away the morning, Mother.
Well, never mind as long as you're comfortable. Sit you down, my dear, and Lord bless you.
No, there's Father coming.
Martha, hide!
Oh, hello, kids.
There are Father.
Oh, how are you?
Oh, we're so fine. Happy Christmas Day.
But where's our Martha?
Oh, she's not coming.
Not coming? Not coming up on Christmas Day?
Oh, Father.
Ah,
We were only fooling you. You know I would never miss Christmas Eve with the family.
oh, Martha, I know that, but you had me worried. Perhaps something had happened to you.
Nothing happened. I only had a lot to do at work. I arrived a minute before you.
Well,
Oh, my dear Robert, how is this to fool you?
well, now since we're all together, well, I can't wait for our dinner. Is that a goose I smell?
Yes, Father. And pudding. Please, let's all listen to the pudding. And come on, Tim.
Wow.
And how did the tea behave?
Oh, he behaved as good as gold, and better. You know, sometimes he gets thoughtful, sitting all there by himself in church. And today, for example, he told me it might be good for people to see him in church because he was a cripple. And it might be good for them to remember he who made lame beggars walk and blind men see. You know, he's so small and weak, but I'm convinced he's growing stronger and stronger.
Father, the pudding smells delicious.
And it's about whistling?
Yes, Mother.
And now for my famous Christmas Coca-Cola.
Oh, and Peter, please go and bring the goose and be careful not to burn yourself.
Come on, Mary, let's go. Don't think our bring the
Oh, there you are, kids.
Wow, what a
It's all about bread.
wow, I can't wait to taste the goose.
The applesauce is just right.
Well, but we all shouldn't forget to say the prayer before we eat. So may we be truly thankful, dear Lord, for what we are about to receive. Thank you especially, dear Lord, that we are all able to be together as a family this Christmas Eve. Please bless all of our loved ones, those present and those absent. Amen.
Amen.
And now I'll serve the goose. So, ladies first. So, there you go, Martha. Thank you. Scrooge. You know he's Robert, and nobody knows
Where are with the children?
I'll drink his health for your sake, and it is, but not for me. Long life to him. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. He'll be very merry and very happy, I have no doubt. Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge!
Well now, Master Peter, this week I passed by a printer's shop and I saw a sign on the door for an apprentice. And I stopped by and talked to the owner and they said they would pay a full 5 to 6 pence per week for a good apprentice. Yeah, and I think you'll make a fine job. Wow.
Wow, Peter, you'll be going to work every morning just like Father. No wonder Father gave you the fancy work.
Well, what about you, Marta? How have you been doing?
I never knew making ladies' hats was such a hard work. Stretching fabric, spreading glue, adding ribbons and lace, and then of course helping the ladies to try on a hat, and then another hat, and then another one. By the end of the day, I'm exhausted. But tomorrow being Christmas, I can sleep as late as I want. Belinda will never guess what. Last week, a countess and her lord walked by our shop, and I stopped a minute to watch them. And the lord was about as tall as Peter.
You have much to learn from this family of Blizzard about the fellowship, about the joy, about the real meaning of Christmas. I dare finish here. There's much more I want to say to you guys.
I need a big down. This one is old. Stingy.
Gibbons.
Because I test.
He said that Christmas was a humbug, as I invented. He believed it too.
More shame for him, Fred.
He's a comical old fellow, that's the truth. And he's not so pleasant as he might be. But his offenses carry their own punishment, and I have nothing to say against him.
I'm sure he's very Fred. At least you always tell me so.
Indeed. But what of that? His will is of no use to it. He doesn't do any good with it. He doesn't make himself comfortable with it. He hasn't the satisfaction of thinking that he's ever going to benefit us with it.
Indeed, I think he is a very good dreamer. Because he didn't understand.
I think that if he didn't come today, he doesn't lose anything. It is up to him if he wants to come. I will always give him the same chance, year after year, even though he's going to refuse all of them. That only makes him.
You know, Fred, I have no patience with him.
But I have. I couldn't be angry with him even if I tried. Who suffers by his ill will? Himself, always here. So he takes into his head to dislike us, to not make merry with us, not coming to our celebration. And what is the consequence? As I have already said, he does not lose much of a dinner.
I told you.
Hilwood is a very good dinner.
Come on. The roast pork was delicious.
Yeah.
It's like awesome.
You know, the salad was absolutely perfect. Thank you.
Well, I'm surprised and I'm really glad to hear that. I haven't had faith in this young housekeeper's images. What do you think, Topper?
Well, I'm a lowly bachelor, a wretched outcast. And as such, I have no right to express an opinion regarding the quality of the meal, nor the skill of those who prepare it.
Bother that! Do go on, Fred. He never finishes what he begins to say. He's such a ridiculous fellow.
I was only going to say that the consequence of not joining our celebration is that he loses some pleasant moments with some pleasant companions. Perhaps pleasanter than the ones that he can find in his own mind. I will proceed in giving him the same chance until I die. If that only makes him, let this poor clerk at least 50 pounds for Christmas, that would do it. I really think that I shook him yesterday. I have an idea. Let's have a game of blindness bluff.
You're right. Yeah, good idea, Fred.
And Topper,
Yeah, Topper.
you'll be our first blind. Here you go.
Help you? You should hold on it.
I think this dog knows the scent of his prey.
Are you alright? It's okay?
You're as tall as Adam. Like Adam. You're not wearing gloves. Also, you're a good chub in the middle, just like Adam.
You have been chasing me shamelessly like a bloodhound since you started. Well, enough of blind and bluff. Indeed, I think the man was not so blind, so come on. Another game.
Oh, come on, everybody. It's Christmas Eve. Let's sing some Christmas carols.
Come on.
What about the home?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Tis the season to be jolly, fa-la-la-la-la-la-la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa-la-la-la-la-la-la. Drone the ancient Yuletide carol, fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
I used to sing Christmas carols with Fred's mother, Fred. This was her particular favorite.
Christmas carols? No, but they chased away young lads for singing characters or silly child who was something more fun of Christmas candy.
So, Ellen, I think that Ellen would love to hear you sing all night. Of course, I wouldn't. But my voice is wearing out, and besides, I'd like to play another game. Does anyone have any suggestions?
How about how, when, where?
Oh, you're right. You can go first. I'll
Okay.
go over to the board. Yeah. Out. Next. Any suggestions?
How about wait? I can wait to lose weight.
Oh. First, it was chubby, and now we talk about losing weight.
How about each other? The brave knight rode on to the night.
That's too easy. This is for Navy. He's an inspector of King Doctor, and I don't know. I think it's too easy for Navy.
Let's try break.
Yeah.
Broke the plate, so replace it. Sorry, I burned and broke.
Let's take a break and get someone fun.
Oh, I've got it. Everybody, let's go for spring. So, hear me out. In the spring of the year, my love smiles at me, and my mainspring won't I spring effortlessly. Spring it is.
Yeah, spring it is. Come on. Next.
Hey, thank you.
Come on.
Is everybody ready?
Yes.
My first question is, how do you like it?
I like it sunny, but not hot.
I like it strong.
I think I like it clear and cold. Yeah, clear and cold.
I like it very hot.
At first I thought it had to do with weather, but you Andrew got the idea too much. Let's go on to my next question. When do you like it?
When I'm in the country.
When I'm thirsty.
When I want to grow.
Spring. It's gotta be spring.
Okay?
Let's go on to my next question. Where do you like it?
I like it anywhere and everywhere. I like it in the truck.
That's it, I've got it. When you said it's spring.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Great job, great job.
When you said I like it when my watch is broken, I thought spring. When you said I like it when my watch is, I like it in the clock, I was sure.
Well, great job, Randall. You get to the next game.
How about animal, mineral, vegetable? Any objections?
No. But, Fred, you go first, please.
Sure, as long as you are smiling at me, I'm ready to spring into action. Come on, it was Tony. No, wait, give me a minute to think. A constant threat spouse.
Are you ready?
Can you stay another hour, please?
No.
Just 20 more minutes, please.
Okay, wait another 20 minutes. What was it for the spirit?
Okay, I'm ready. I got it.
Come on.
Let's go. Ready, one?
Fred, is it a mineral?
No.
Animal?
Yes.
Where does this animal live?
I cannot answer that yes or no.
Is this animal living?
Yes. Does it live in Europe? Yes, it does.
In London. In London, does it live in London?
Yes.
Okay. Does this animal grow, Fred?
Well, it has growled at me a few times.
So then, is it a dog?
No.
Do you ever see this animal on the streets?
No.
Yes, but only in certain places.
Fred, is it someone's pet?
Most certainly not.
Why?
Fred, is it slaughtered for its meat?
No.
Does it have 2 or 4 legs?
I cannot answer that yes or no.
Does
Again.
it have 4 legs?
No.
Oh, Fred, is it a bird?
Has anyone ever heard of a growling bird?
Does this animal like to be petted?
I haven't tried it, but I have seen that.
Fred, is it a wild animal?
You say yes, but I say no.
I found it out. I know what it is, Fred. I know what it is.
Tell us.
It's your Uncle Scrooge.
My Uncle Scrooge has given us plenty of merriment tonight. And I think that it simply wouldn't be fair if we wouldn't make a call in his name. So for that, everyone, I say for Uncle Scrooge.
For Uncle Scrooge. A Merry Christmas.
Yes, a Merry Christmas to him. Whatever his mineral vegetable. He probably wouldn't take it from me, but I think that he has a merry and a happy Christmas.
You're right. Merry Christmas.
The spirits stood beside sickbeds, and they were cheerful, beside struggling men, and they were patient in the greater hope, by poverty, and it was rich.
In all house, hospital and jail, in misery's every refuge, where a vain man in his little brittle authority had not locked the door, and bear the spirit out, he left his blessing and taught Scrooge his principles. Suddenly, as they stood together in an open place, the bell struck 12.
Jacob Marley said I would be visited by 3 ghosts. I am in the presence of the ghost of the Christmas yet to come. Ghost of the future. I fear you more than any specter I have seen. But as I know that your purpose is to do me good, and as I hope to live to be another man from what I was, I'm prepared to bear your company, and do it with a thankful heart. Will you not speak to me? Lead on, Spirit, lead on. The night is wearing fast, and it's precious time to me. So lead on, Spirit.
They did not seem to enter the city so much as it seemed to spring up among them by its own act. And yet they were in the heart of it, the merchant exchange.
No, I don't know much about it, either way. I only know he's dead. When did he die? Last night, I believe.
Why? What's not the matter with him? I thought he never died.
God, no. What has he done with his money? I haven't heard. Left it to his company, perhaps. He has not left it to me, that's all I know.
Bad luck.
It's likely to be a very cheap funeral. For my life, I don't know anybody who dealt with it. What? Suppose we make up a party to volunteer?
I don't mind going if the luggage is provided, but I must be glad if I come.
Well, I'm the one that tends to belong to you after all. For I never wear the clothes, and I never eat lunch. But I want to go if anybody else will.
I come to think of it, I never thought sure you weren't his best friend. Would you use to stop and speak whenever you met? Well, goodbye for now.
Was the man they were speaking about? Will you not speak with me? Spirit, I beg you, please tell me, who was this man? Nobody speaks with me. Not even a ghost.
Let the Jarman alone to be the first. Let the Laundress alone to be the second, and let the Tinker's man alone to be the third. Look here, Joe, it's a chance. If you haven't already met you, you're not meaning it.
Oh, you couldn't imagine a better place. There reigns such a rusty bit of metal, as my knees and my elbows. And I'm sure there ain't such old bones here as mine. We're all suitable to our calling, all matched. Come closer, come closer. Show me what you got.
What odd then? What odd then, Mrs. Silva? Every person has the right to take care of themselves. He always did.
Yes, he did. No man more so.
Why then don't stand staring at your pretty woman? Who's the wiser? You're not going to be cold into his coat, I suppose.
No, he did.
We should hope not.
Very well then, that's enough. Who's the worse for the loss of things like these? Not a dead man, I suppose.
No, he did.
If you wanted to keep him off when he was dead. Oh, we could all screw. Why wasn't he actually his own then? If he had been, he'd have had somebody to look after him when he was struck to death. Instead of lying gasping out his answer alone by himself.
It's the truest word that ever was spoken. It's a judgment of him.
I wish it was a little heavy, but and it should have been, you may depend upon it if I should have laid my hands on anything else. Open that one window and let me know if you with it. Speak out plain, I'm not afraid of the first, nor afraid of them to see it. When you pretty well know you're helping ourselves before you make your other leave, it's no sin. Open that one window.
Joe, open up my bottle first. I ain't got my stuff, and don't think you're going to figure out the loot. That's okay. Some free bottles. And a seal, I hope. Here it is.
You're right. It ain't much. That's your account. And I wouldn't give another sixpence if I was to be bored for time. What's next?
I go next. I've got more and nicer stuff for much more than this. Look here. Sheets, towels, a shirt, some pens, 2 silver spoons, real silver jar, sugar tongs, and a pair of boots.
I always give too much to ladies. It's a weakness of mine, I believe, and that's the way I buoy myself. That's your account. If you ask me for another penny and made it an open question, I'd repent of being so liberal and knock up half a background.
And now into my bundle, Joe.
What do you call these? Bed curtains?
Bed curtains.
You don't mean to say you took him down, rings and all, with Eve lying there like that?
Yes, I do. Why not?
Oh, you are born to make your fortune, and you certainly do it.
I certainly shan't hold back my hand when I can get anything they married to me out. First it was such a man he was. I promise you, Joe. Don't drop your ashes upon the blankets now.
Is blankets?
Who else do you think? He's unlikely to take over without their mother say.
I hope he didn't die of anything catchy.
Don't worry about that. I'm so fond of his company that I wrote about such things if it is. You may look to that shirt till the eyes ache, but you'll find a holiday not to a better place. It's the best he had and you'll find one too. They got wasted and haven't been for me.
What do you call wasting of it?
Putting it on him to be burning should be shot. Somebody was fool enough to do that. I took it off again. If I didn't go and get it as such a purpose, it ain't good enough for anything. As far as he's coming to the body, he can't look uglier than he did in that one. This is the end of it, you see. He frightened everyone away from him when he was alive to profit us when he was dead.
Spirit, I know. The case of this unhappy man might be my own. My life ends this way now. Where are you taking me?
And he took a child and set him in the midst of them and said, Unless you become as little children, The color hurts my eyes. They're better now again. Too much needlework by candlelight makes my eyes weak. And I wouldn't show the kites to your father when he comes home for the world. It must be near his time.
Past it, rather, but I do believe he has been walking slower this last few evenings.
I have known him walk with Tiny Tim upon his shoulder, and very fast indeed.
So have I, often.
And so had all. But he was very light to carry, and his father loved him so that it was no trouble. No trouble at all. And is your father at the door? Hello, father.
Good evening, Father.
Hello. How are you, darlings?
Yes, father.
Come here. Well, we're all a bit sad these days. Oh my dear, you are working with such skill and such speed. I'm sure everything will be ready by Sunday.
Sunday? You went to the cemetery, Robert?
Yes, I did go to the cemetery, and I wish you could have been there too. You know, you would have been able to see how green a place it is. But I wouldn't worry because I promised him we would be there every week for him. Oh, my little child. My little child. But you know who I met today on my way home? I met Fred, you know, Mr. Scrooge's nephew. And he asked me how I was. And I think he sensed my sadness because he talked to me in such a pleasant way, and because of this pleasant way of talking, I told him everything about Tiny Tim. Heartily sorry, he said. Heartily sorry for you and your good wife. How he ever knew that, I do not know.
And you what, my dear?
Why, that you are such a good wife.
Why, everybody knows that, Mother.
Well, I hope everybody does. I hope everybody does. Oh, heartily sorry, he said. You know, heartily sorry for you and your good wife. And he said, if I could be of any help at any point, just pray, come to me. And he gave me his card. And it wasn't for the sake of anything he might be able to do for us, but for his kind and pleasant way that this was quite delightful. You know, it was as if he had known Tiny Tim and felt with us.
Oh, I'm sure he's a good soul.
Well, you would be sure of it, my dear, if you had met him, if you had just stayed there with him. And mark my word, I think he may even get you, Peter, a better situation.
Only hear that, Peter.
And that Peter will be keeping company with someone and setting up for himself.
Oh, get along with you.
Well, no, I'm sure that whenever we may part and however we may part, we shall never forget Tiny Tim.
Never,
Never,
Father.
Father.
And I know that when we remember how patient and how mild he was, although he was such a little child, we shall not quarrel easily among ourselves and forget poor Tiny Tim in doing it, shall we?
Never, Father.
Well, I'm very happy then. I am very happy that we shall never forget him.
Something informs me that our parting moment is at hand. I know. Are those men coming from my apartment? Is that my body they are carrying? Before I go near the course which you point, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of the things that will happen? Or are they the shadows of the things that only may be? Men's courses will foreshadow certain ends, which, if persevered in, they must leave. But if the courses are changed, so will be the end. Say thus we want to show you. Are those the belongings of mine who are so wretched and full of peace? Oh, no spirit. Oh, kind spirit, hear me. I am not the man I was. I will not be the man I would have been, had you and your kindred spirit would not open my eyes to all that I have seen. Why show me this if I am old? I will honor Christmas in my heart, and I will try to keep it all the year. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. I will live in the past, the present, the future. Oh, Jacob Martin! Oh, Jacob Martin! Heaven and Christmas time to be praised for this. I'm on my knees, Jacob! On my knees! They are not torn down. They are not torn down, rings and all. They are here. I am here. The shadows of the things that would have been may be dispelled. I know they will. They must be. Oh, I'm as light as a feather, and as happy as an angel, and as merry as a schoolboy, and as giddy as a drunken man. What's today? What's today, my fine fellow?
What? Today is Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day. I haven't missed it. Oh, hello, my fine fellow. Do you know the voters? The next street but one in the corner? What a remarkable boy. What a pleasant boy. Do you know whether they sold the prize 30? Not the little one, but the big one.
What? The one is biggest?
What a sweet boy. It's such a pleasure to come with you. Yes, my love.
It's heavy in there now.
Is it? Don't buy it.
Be serious.
No, I'm in earnest. Go and buy it and tell him to bring it here so that I can give him the direction. If you come with him, with the man, I will give you a shilling. If you come in less than 5 minutes, I'll give you half a crown. Up you go. I will love it as long as I live. I scarcely ever looked at it before. What an honest expression it has on its face. It's a wonderful laughter. I wonder where is my turkey? Bob Cratchits, 221 big babies. Africa. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, I'll send it to Bob Cratchit. She shan't know who sent it. It's twice the size of Tiny King.
In the afternoon, he directed his steps towards his nephew's house. He passed the door a dozen times before he had the courage to go up and knock. But finally he did it. He was greeted warmly by Fred and Ellen and ate a bountiful Christmas dinner with her. He did not stay too late, however, as he wanted to be early at the counting house the next morning to meet his clerk, Bob Cratchit.
He arrived at the counting house a full quarter hour before opening time, hoping to catch Bob Cratchit coming late. That was the thing he had set his heart upon. And he did. The clock struck 9. No ball. A quarter past. Still no ball. Bob was full 8 minutes and a half behind his time. Scrooge sat facing the entry so that he might see him come into the office.
Hello, Mr. Cratchit. What do you mean by coming here at this time of the day?
I'm a bit late, sir. I'm sorry.
You are? Yes, you are. Step this way, if you please.
I'm sorry for being late, sir. I was making rather merry yesterday, but it is only once a year and it shall not be repeated.
I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to stand this sort of behavior anymore. And therefore I'll raise your salary. Merry Christmas, Bob. A merrier Christmas, Bob, than I have given you for many a year. I will raise your salary, and the board to assist your struggling family. We will discuss these affairs this very afternoon over a Christmas bottle of smoking bishop. Light up the fires, and buy a second coal scuttle before you dot another eye, rough Cratchit. Merry Christmas, my friend.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Merry Christmas.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and infinitely more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he was like a second father. He was as good a friend, as good a master, and as good a man as the good old city ever knew, or any other good old city, town, or borough in the good old world. People laughed to see the alteration in him, but his own heart laughed, and that was quite enough for him.
It was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas as well as any man alive. May that he truly said of us, and all of us. And so, as Tiny Tim observed,
God bless everyone.
by saying there are some moments when you say, what's going on here? But it was great fun, and thank you for sharing it with us. Good night. We're going to